The Hidden Leaf Village functions as a closed ecosystem. Power is defined by the ability to mold internal chakra, catalyzed by specific hand signs and passed down through rigid martial lineages. But 8-year-old Naruto Uzumaki is a biological error in that system. While the villagers fear him as the vessel of the Nine Tails, a new rumor has surfaced. The boy possesses an invisible, crushing power that doesn't require a single hand sign. The third Hokage reached a startling conclusion after months of testing. Naruto's abilities produce physical effects like gravity manipulation without consuming any measurable chakra. This suggests the boy has tapped into a power source with no precedent in shinobi history. The biological cost of this power is extreme. Naruto's 6 eyes flood his brain with a constant, hyper-detailed stream of sensory data. He wears blackout goggles because the lenses act as a mechanical filter. Without them, the sheer volume of information would likely cause fatal neural hemorrhaging. This power creates a massive political liability. If rival nations discover the leaf possesses a weapon that functions outside the laws of chakra, Naruto will be targeted for global exploitation and dissection. 1 year into his academy training, Naruto's isolation leads to a violent collision. While defending Hinata Hyuga from a group of bullies, a third party intervenes, a presence that shouldn't exist. A mutilated, spectral entity known as a revenant ambushes the children. It is a vengeful spirit, a byproduct of the lingering negative energy left behind when Naruto first used his powers to defend himself a year earlier. By utilizing this undocumented energy, Naruto has inadvertently spawned a supernatural threat. Konoha has no defensive protocol for this monster, because it exists entirely outside the village's established threat matrix. Back in the alleyway, the revenant launches an assault, its spectral limbs moving with a speed that defies standard physical logic. Ko Hyuga, an elite protector, arrives to shield the children. He immediately activates the Byakugan, the village's most trusted tool for battlefield assessment. The Byakugan is a sensory organ designed for a specific task, visualizing the flow of chakra and the 361 pressure points within a living body. This diagram shows why the Hyuga bloodline is blind to this threat. While the Byakugan scans the orderly waveform of chakra, it fails to detect cursed energy, which vibrates on an entirely different supernatural axis. Ko can only perceive a faint, blurry irregularity where the monster should be. Unable to track the spectral arms, the elite guard is neutralized in seconds. The most sophisticated visual bloodline in Konoha has been bypassed. With the Bard unconscious, the survival of the Hyuga heiress depends on the very boy the village considers a monster. The Revenant focuses its fury on Hinata and Naruto, unleashing a wave of spectral attacks that are impossible to dodge in the narrow alley. Naruto stands his ground. Instead of a defensive jutsu, he employs infinity. The claw stops dead in the air, mere millimeters from his skin. Infinity manipulates the space between objects. Like Zeno's paradox, as an attack approaches, the space is divided into infinite fractions. The attack keeps moving, but never arrives. Naruto forces this impossibility into reality, dropping the attack's velocity to 0 before impact. Naruto has warped the laws of motion. To an attacker, the boy is a target that can be seen but never reached, rendering traditional physical strength irrelevant. Naruto shifts to the offensive, utilizing his spatial awareness to bypass the Revenant's guard. He positions himself for a final, decisive blow. He executes the Black Flash. This requires concentrating cursed energy within a millionth of a second of a physical strike. The Revenant is instantly exorcised, leaving a massive physical crater in the training ground, a level of destruction usually reserved for high-ranking shinobi. An untrained 8-year-old just produced more destructive force than a seasoned chunin. This single event proves that this new energy system is capable of shattering Konoha's existing power balance. In the aftermath, the dynamics of the village shift. Hinata looks on with reverence, while the Nine Tails realizes its host now wields a power that could potentially rival its own. Hiyashi Hyuga and the Hokage arrive to witness the damage. Realizing the political fallout if this were made public, they immediately coordinate a cover-up to bury the incident. But Naruto is changing. For a child who has spent his entire life being told he is a failure, the sudden discovery that he can warp reality creates a dangerous psychological rift. He is beginning to realize that the people who ostracized him are the same people who can no longer hurt him. The Hokage recognizes this emerging superiority. He attempts to ground Naruto through the will of fire, desperate to tether the boy's growing power to empathy before he becomes completely detached from the village. Naruto is becoming an untouchable entity in a world built on finite limits. Moving forward, his greatest test won't be mastering his power, but finding a way to live in a fragile ninja world without accidentally crushing it.